Now to growing doubts about a very high-profile cholesterol drug. Millions of people take Zetia by Merck, but new research this morning is renewing questions about whether it's effective. Our Dr. Jennifer Ashton is here with the latest. Good morning, Jen.
Good morning, Maggie.
You and I were talking about this at length this morning because so many people do take this. This is in the New England Journal of Medicine. 200 people roughly were followed for 14 months. Some of them were taking Zetia, others were taking an over-the-counter vitamin. What did the study find?
Right. Now, Maggie, this was people who already had cardiovascular risk factors, or they have already had a heart attack or an event of such. They were already on a statin to lower their cholesterol, but as we know, medication alone is not always effective. We need things like lifestyle, etc., and oftentimes just one medication is not effective. So they were divided into two groups, one taking Zetia, which helps to reduce the cholesterol from the food that we eat, and the other one, niacin, which is an over-the-counter vitamin. They actually stopped the study early, prematurely, after just over a year, when they found that the patients who were on niacin, the over-the-counter inexpensive vitamin-like substance, actually showed a significant reduction in the thickness of the plaque in the artery in their neck. And that was unexpected.
And the people on Zetia did not show that the plaque was reduced in their arteries?
Correct. No change on the Zetia, which is much more expensive.
So basically, a less expensive over-the-counter drug in this case worked better than Zetia.
That's right. And the controversy continues here, Maggie. In the field of cardiology, we have heard about this in the past few years. This affects millions and millions of people and billions of dollars worth of the market share of cholesterol-lowering drugs. And the point here is that they, in this study, used an imaging test, the thickness of this artery in the neck, as an endpoint instead of, let's say, another heart attack. And some cardiologists feel that those two things are not equivalent.
So they didn't look at whether people had heart attacks. They just looked at the thickening of this one artery.
Exactly correct.
This is really bad news for Merck, because I remember not so long ago they came under fire for Vytorin, another one of their drugs, which happens to contain Zetia. What does this mean for people taking both Vytorin and Zetia?
First and foremost, Maggie, they should absolutely not stop taking a prescription medication without discussing it with their cardiologist. Again, we know things like diet and lifestyle are important, but for patients with heart disease, reducing their bad cholesterol, their LDL, way below 100 is critical and has been conclusively shown to save lives. How we get to that endpoint is still up in the air, and the verdict is still out. So we will be hearing more about this controversy in the future.
What is Merck saying?
Merck, we have two statements from Merck, Maggie. One is a direct quote: "Nothing from this study changes the well-established understanding that lowering LDL cholesterol is a primary target of therapy. Zetia and Vytorin, when used as a supplement to healthy diet, are effective in reducing LDL cholesterol." And from the president of Merck, Maggie, it would be very unfortunate if a flawed scientific analysis led patients to discontinue their cholesterol treatment, end quote. The controversy is still continuing.
Dr. Jennifer Ashton, thank you.
You bet.